93.3 KZOZ FM San Luis Obispo. The home of Jeff and Jeremy in the morning.
They have no chemistry at all.
Jeff and Jeremy here with Dumbass of the Day, brought to you by Peterson's U-Cart, getting you ready for spring. Make sure you check them out online. Check out their landscape supplies. Okay, I can't say that. Landscape supplies, pipes, concrete, and more. Online, you can find them at Peterson, the letter U.
Good thing it's not Lance's U-Cart. That would be a tough one.
Peterson, the letter U, cart.com.
Hey, let's do Dumbass of the Day.
Whack, 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 whack.
My biggest regret, all the jobs I got fired from, I never caused a scene. And if you get fired, especially from a bad job, you should go off. You know? Yeah, because let me tell you something. Burger King don't talk to Wendy's.
Amen, brother.
So I got a plan. If I ever have to get another job and I know I'm going to get fired that day I'm going to go to work with a pocket full of glitter. And when my boss fires me, I'm be like, oh, sorry, it didn't work out. Glitter? And I'm going to throw it right in his face. You ever try to get glitter off before? It's tough as hell, isn't it? I might be fired, but he still has to walk around work the rest of the day. Man, what'd you do at lunch? Rub a magic lamp? Look at you. You're all bling bling, abracadabra.
Dumbass of the Day.
93.3 KZOZ.
My daughter has, I swear, everything she has glitter in it. And it's impossible. It's everywhere.
Well,
at all times.
Not that you would do this, but now you have a pass if you wanted to go to a strip club.
Yeah.
I remember we all went to a strip club once. Got up the next morning, and Charlene's like, it was my girlfriend then, and we were in college. She's like, why is your glitter all... Where did you get all this glitter at? I was like, I was at a...
We went to Michael's last night. It was crazy.
It was a big Michael's party. We were scrapbooking. Big scrapbook party. Oh, no, I told her, and she was like, not happy. We're off to Arizona. 19-year-old didn't want to go to work. Not really sure why he didn't just call in sick. He decided to call the cops and say he was kidnapped.
He informed us that he, at first, stuffed a bandana in his mouth. He took off his own belt and bound his hands with his own belt and laid on the ground and scooted out near the side of the road where somebody could see him.
There's more.
Informed us that he was hit in the head and stuffed in a car in front of his home. But when we located video surveillance of in front of his home, we were able to see no such thing.
This is all to play hooky? I mean, God, by the end of the day, you've spent all your time convincing people that you're kidnapped, setting up, duct taping, and belting your hands together and binding. And
yeah, why don't you just go work for probably a 19-year-old? Your shift was probably only like 6 hours long anyways.
I'm just calling in, say you have you have diarrhea or something like that.
It's not like you were working for HelloFresh. More on that later.
He worked at a tire factory. Maybe he just didn't feel like, throwing tires around. So eventually he realized that it was up. He had been caught.
He admitted that he fabricated the story because he didn't want to go to work.
And then he lost his job. And now he's looking at being arrested, too. He's, false reporting, all that kind of stuff. He's going to have to go in front of a judge. He could see jail time for this. He's definitely going to see a fine.
What's the jail time? I mean, that's all under his own accord. I mean, I guess he's
911.
Yeah, he's wasting the resources.
Made a false report.
Okay, yeah, I got that.
I doubt he'll get jail time. Maybe some community service. Hopefully it's at a tire store. Or picking up tires off the side of the road.
I would like the community service to be talking to kidnappers about why you shouldn't kidnap.
Or maybe teaching them the right way how to bind yourself.
No kidding.
Because he seems to know how to do that. Congratulations. I don't have a name for this dude. Just there he is. Brandon Souls. Sorry, Brandon. I want to make sure we give you full credit.
Jeremy wanted to make sure that you didn't get a job ever.
You are Jeff and Jeremy.
Dumbass of the Day.
93.3 KZOZ.
Don't be a dummy when it comes to your landscape supplies. Go to Peterson U-Cart on Gusta Road, just north of Quickie Car Wash in Atascadero.
We load, you cart, you save.
Jeff and Jeremy here, online at kzoz.com. Did you know that 50% of the females that were in Girl Scouts went on to become leaders in their community, business leaders, and owning their own business?
Yeah, they teach them those skills very early.
I didn't know that. I'm just reading some stuff about the Girl Scouts because we're going to talk to this gal who's the parent. I'm kind of
we've got
CEO
so much
for the Girl Scouts.
Money floating around our house and our accounts. Mainly this year, it's more like Venmo in and money in and Venmo out, and like having to balance that, and it's tough, man. It's you gotta, Granted, my daughter, I don't know how much of it she's picking up this year. Hopefully, we could go back to normal next year. But there's all kinds of ways that I want to say she sold more cookies this year because it's become more convenient.
Well, I notice people are reaching out to you on Facebook that are listeners, or texting, and they want cookies, and you're making it happen.
Last year, it was some stands. This year, I think people...
Is there a contest?
Yeah, I mean, they get prizes.
I don't know if it's fair that you're on the radio telling everybody that you're selling milk.
I don't think it's fair.
I know my dad went around when I was a kid and sold candles for me, and I won a 10-speed. I won the first place prize, and everybody thought I was, good job. Well, my dad did most of it.
I mean, we don't talk about it all that much. I think what's really unfair is if we do something in our neighborhood, because my daughter is in a Girl Scout troop 39 miles away from where our neighborhood is. Because that's her home.
So you have the advantage?
That's her home troop. No, it's just I feel bad if we sell anything in our neighborhood. Like if we put a stand out in front of our house.
Because there's other Girl Scouts.
We might be taking away from the girls. And then what if those Girl Scouts find out? They'll be like, hey, you're not in a troop from around here. And then they come up and they try to rough up my daughter. What happens then?
Are you guys out of cookies?
Bad blood. We're getting there.
I asked your wife for another box of lemonades.
We're getting there. There's only a few weeks left.
She said she can make it happen. She goes, ooh, let me look.
Yeah, no, it's tough. Like right now.
What happens when you run out? Are you done or do you get more? Can you go back and ask for more?
You can, but they're starting to run out now. The Girl Scouts are starting to run out. And you only have a few weeks left.
It's a challenging year, too, because you're not finding Girl Scout cookies where we normally do, like in front of the stores and other things. I know your daughter set up the stand and that. This is actually kind of exciting. We got the CEO of the Girl Scouts on the phone. Are you nervous at all since you were a den father?
I'm not a den father.
But you are the father of a Girl Scout.
Yes, but I do not.
But your wife is a den mother.
I have no active role in any of the activities except for once my wife was feeling under the weather. So then I took my daughter to the compost facility at Cal Poly. And because my wife was feeling under the weather, I was like, I'll take my son too. And he ran through a puddle of compost water, which is not good because the compost sits on top of the water.
Yeah.
And you can't, it looks like the ground if you're a kid. Now,
right.
If you're an adult, don't go over near there because there's a puddle. But you know what compost is.
It's a kid.
Yeah. So he smelled like poo for the rest of the duration. It was not fun.
What does this have to do with Girl Scouts?
Well, we had to sit there and wait for the meeting to be over with my son, who
smelled like poo during the meeting. Oh, God.
He smelled like cow manure.
Now, this is Tammy Helmuth. She is the CEO of the Girl Scouts. The CEO? Like the CEO of Girl Scouts, Tammy?
Well, not all of Girl Scouts, but I am the CEO of the most pristine property in California. So I cover 6 counties: Ventura, Santa Barbara, San Luis Obispo, Monterey, Santa Cruz, and San Benito.
Have you ever had to throw anyone out of the Girl Scout meeting because they stink?
I was trying to hold my laughter on that.
My son.
We do have an equine center, so I really would have to say, they have to clean it. They have to clean up the horses. That's part of the training, right?
It was literally like 10 minutes into the over hour long learning situation in which my daughter was at the compost facility at the Cal Poly, and I had to sit in the car with the windows down with my son stripped down to nothing but his underwear as he sat in his car seat crying, and flies were swarming us like none other.
Being a dad.
You do paint a very strong picture.
It was a very strong scent.
It was a strong smell.
I can't help it, Amy.
So you didn't answer the question, but I'm guessing you've never had to kick anybody out because they smelled.
No, sir, never had. Hopefully, part of our client program, they definitely learn about the smell. But believe it or not, you could have gotten used to it given a longer period of time in the car.
Yeah, no, I mean we had to get used to it because we had to drive home, which was a 30-minute drive. So.
Well, I got to tell you, we're obviously big fans. Jeff's daughter is a Girl Scout cookie seller. I think she does really well. But this is a tricky year because of COVID and things have changed a little bit. I mean, it's so to the point where we talk about Girl Scout cookies when Jeff brought them in a couple weeks ago or talked about them. And then, people that listen to the show, they're texting in, they're getting on Facebook. They're like, hey, can I buy some Girl Scouts? And you've literally sent your wife and your daughter over to randos to sell cookies.
Yep. People sending me addresses left and right.
It is a difficult year for girls, no doubt about it, and for the nation as a whole. You talk about the mental health of the community. Girl Scout cookies help bring some normalcy back, and when people can't find their cookies, it just continue to suffer. So girls are fighting back. We've actually partnered up with Grubhub. And Grubhub, you can actually order your cookies online, and they will deliver them to you.
Oh,
so
I like that.
Easy. Girls are learning new ways to sell.
Yeah, that was my next question. If you're not seeing them at the stores, you're not seeing them at the places you normally see them, how do you get a hold of them? So Grubhub is one way to do that.
Grubhub is one way. We also they're setting up lemonade stands so you can find them in the community. I know I've just approved drive-through cookie booths, so you'll start seeing those pop up here.
You better be careful. If they catch you in slow, no drive-thrus, they'll get you. They will get you in slow.
I think they'll bend the rules for this one.
I hope so.
It's county by county, right? And it's almost city by city, and it's girl safety. So some girls are eager. Their goal setting has been very heavy, so they have trips planned, world trips. They have community service projects. We have a big initiative planting 5 million trees across the nation this year. So girls are wanting to invest in their communities now. And in order to do that, they sell their cookies. Our council alone, we put $1.8 million back in the hands of girls. And then they in turn invested in their local communities.
And the cookies are so good.
Oh, they're great.
What is it about Girl Scout cookies that is different than cookies that you buy at the store? Like, why is it that people just flock? I mean, there's fundraisers out there, but there is no fundraiser stronger in like, I guess, a crack cocaine quality than Girl Scout cookies is to people.
The product is amazing, right? But it's actually more than what the product is. It's what goes into that box, right? It's what teaches the girls. It really, when you narrow it down, it teaches 5 major goals or 5 skills. That's goal setting. The girls set their goals. We have some top cookie sellers that sell 3,000 to 5,000 boxes of cookies. It's phenomenal. Decision making, money management. When do you see a daisy counting dollars back to you?
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, they have the best business ethics. They won't do what is not right. And they have the best 30-second elevator pitch that any other salesperson I've come across has. There are girls, I'll have to tell you a quick story real quick. One of my friends said, Tammy, I met your girls and they took me for $20. I said, what do you mean? And he goes, I know it was your girls because cash. And they said, it's okay. You have your cell phone. We have an app, right? We can scan your QR code and transfer the money Venmo. Mm-hmm. And he says, well, I can't eat sugar. Well, we have, it was gluten-free. We have gluten-free cookies. And he says, well, my wife doesn't want me to bring them in the house. And the little girl says, well, would your wife mind if you sent them to the military for our Care to Share program?
Oh, my Lord. Nailed it. Wow. That is great.
He got $20 off me.
No, Venmo has become very handy. I buy them off Jeff's wife. I'm just ordered another box today, actually, because I love those lemonades. Those are my new favorite Girl Scout cookie. So what is the best way if people want to get a hold of Girl Scout cookies? Obviously, you can look for the lemonade stands. You can go through Grubhub. Is there a website to go to get you more information?
Actually, we have a cookie finder app that you can download to your phone, or you can go to girlscoutsccc.org, and the cookie banner is right there. But we do have a cookie finder app. Isn't that cool? In case you need to find the cookies. Or, like I said, you can always contact Grubhub. We partnered up with them nationally.
All right, Tammy.
And so Girl Scouts are running their contact-free cookie order program out of that.
You guys should be doing some conferences and seminars on how businesses should run. It seems like you're doing a very nice job there. Tammy, we appreciate your time, and we love the cookies. Love the cookies. So
thank you for the support.
Keep doing the good work. All right, there goes Tammy. If you want to find out more, look for that cookie finder or get them online at Girl Scouts
or Grubhub.
CCC.org.
Grubhub, too. All you have to do is just dial them up on Grubhub and tell them what you want, and they'll bring them right to your house.
Whoa! Jeff and Jeremy in the morning.
Jeff just told me he hasn't ate that many Girl Scout cookies. Thanks again to Tammy for coming in. Don't forget about Grubhub and going to their website, which is girlscoutsccc.org.
We can't keep them in the house. It's impossible. Like, I want to.
How many bags have you opened?
It's torturous.
I mean, how much of the inventory are you consuming at your house between you and your son?
By the time it comes in, I mean, it sits around the garage for a couple of days and then it's out. I mean, it's this constant flow of Girl Scout cookies in and out. And my son and I we're resigned to the fact that, I guess we're not going to get our hands on too many cookies. I mean, we've opened up a box of peanut butter patties
and the lemonades.
Him and I really went to town on those peanut butter patties.
I remember that. That's when you were working from home.
Yeah.
Every day you guys were eating peanut butter patties.
Yeah, that was fun. And then the Thin Mints we kind of delved into a little bit. And my daughter opened one box of Caramel Delights because that's what she likes, but then they're a hot seller. So that's all we've had. I mean, we've probably only opened 4 or 5 boxes.
That's amazing to me. I would have thought,
considering
at least double that.
The amount of, I haven't even got my hands on shortbreads. I'm told by my wife they don't sell very well, so we're not going to get any coming through.
Those are good with coffee, though. Those are like one of my favorite coffee cookies. I know. Except for the lemonades, which is a shortbread lemonade.
Our sales
cookie.
manager wanted 2 boxes of shortbreads, and I had to tell him, no, I'm sorry, we're not. They don't sell. I mean, if we get a case of shortbreads for you, then we're going to be stuck on 10 boxes of shortbreads.
I broke the seal. That's probably not the best way to put this.
It's terrible.
With the food delivery system through Panda Express when I ate the not Girl Scout cookies, the adult cookies, and decided that I was starving and I couldn't drive, so I had Panda delivered to me. What is the is it Grubhub, the same company? That's a big one. What are some of the other food company deliveries names?
Uber Eats.
No, it wasn't Uber Eats. Maybe it was Grubhub. I don't know.
Jets.
No, it wasn't Food Jets either. That's local. This is one of the big ones. But they deliver for Panda Express. Well, then I found out that a local Italian restaurant in my neighborhood delivers themselves.
Yeah, a lot of places deliver themselves because these.
And you get it way faster than going through like a third party.
Yeah, the third party companies. The problem with that is they charge the restaurants quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, if you can find a direct delivery option or go pick it up, it's probably better.
We're always talking about
the
pizza,
restaurants.
And I tried. Is it Gina's or Geno's? Is it Geno's or Gina's? I think it's Geno's.
Geno's is the pizzeria.
They have a couple locations, right?
Geno's is the Italian restaurant in the village.
Oh, I went to the Geno's in 5 cities. Holy cow.
Geno's, don't turn your nose up at Geno's either because that's some of the best Italian food I've ever had.
But I had it delivered. And then I see this story. Customer gets bottle of urine with their HelloFresh order. So first off, this happened in the UK. So if you get HelloFresh, do we have HelloFresh here? Is that?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
I've gotten it before.
All right. And it's a grocery store?
No.
Or it's a food service?
Yeah.
Do they deliver groceries?
I don't know if Blue Apron got bought out by HelloFresh.
It was. I see.
It's one of those.
They're prepackaged meals that come and you have directions and you open it up and da-da-da. Yeah. Is it typical for beverages to come with that? Maybe in the UK it is.
Yeah, I maybe now because of the whole COVID thing, I'm sure that they've probably expanded their business model.
Well, apparently the delivery driver, to save time, pees in a Coke bottle.
Oh yeah, because you gotta move that product, and you don't want it to be not as fresh.
So when they delivered this box of HelloFresh, it was also delivered with a plastic Coca-Cola bottle full of urine. Of course, you look at it, you're like, that doesn't look like Coke. And number one, that's not supposed to even be there. Number two, that's really weird looking. Open it up. Would you open it up and smell it if it looked yellow?
I would just assume.
But they're in the UK. They got pissed off. They wrote HelloFresh.
They literally got pissed off?
Yeah, they got pissed off. She says, I'll keep it simple. Why have I received someone's bottled up piss as part of my order? They tweeted this out with a photo of the bottle. And then somebody questioned it from HelloFresh. She says, I'll send it to you and you can have a whiff in case you were skeptical. They're assuming that it was the driver, the delivery driver. It could be somebody from the warehouse when they were packing the box. Because, that's where the box gets packed, is at the warehouse. So, what, you're telling me in a warehouse you're going to pee in a bottle, not go to the bathroom? I guess maybe if you're under a lot of pressure.
Depends on how much product they're trying to pack up and get sent out. These businesses might be kind of busy right now.
But now here's the thing. The person that is upset actually is now not so concerned about getting the piss as worried about the working conditions at HelloFresh.
Yeah.
That a warehouse worker would have to pee in a bottle, not have time to go to the bathroom. What are their work conditions like?
That would be my chief concern, yeah.
And he doesn't want anybody to get fired.
Like, with the whole assembly line, remember when on Roseanne, before Booker came around, she had a hard-ass boss that would, get them to make their widgets on that assembly line.
Oh, I do remember that guy. What was his?
I forget.
Because he had that old guy.
And then they decide to...
Coke bottle glasses.
Yeah, they decide to not unionize, but they decided to band together. And then they got him to quit, and then Booker came in.
I had to look at the bottle of urine, and I got to tell you, this person needs to drink more water.
Far too much about Roseanne.
It's the color is almost a light iced tea. You ever get the green tea? You notice it's not black tea, but it's green tea.
The urine was green?
Well, no, it's not green. It's just a lighter shade of dark, a lighter shade of yellow. That's what green tea looks like.
Green yellow.
Yeah, green tea. I've never noticed that it's green. It just always has this. It's not a dark black tea. Anyway,
I don't drink things from that end of the color spectrum.
Subscribe to the Jeff and Jeremy podcast now on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google, and YouTube. It's your Central Coast commute-friendly podcast.